How many shots must the photographer take to be able to say,
That's the one. Great.
if you push Stacy Sanner to give you a number,
200 shots to get 2 good shots?
It's weird that way.
get her to tell you what she's looking for,
Love it.
Could be expression, could be lighting, it could be gesture.
it's all these things and more.
I wanted it to be very intimate.
When you get in there real close, you can see
Great. Perfect. All right.
Really, the eyes have to tell the whole story.
Yes, shots fired.
these eyes
4 or 5 people that are shot.
have seen so much,
People are screaming.
too much.
More than one officer teared up over some of the things that they remember.
Finish 353.
I have seen too much red. The blood is at ebb from the fresh gunshot wound.
You saw the dead bodies. You were there.
District 7 cars dispatched to the area.
I have seen fear time and time again.
I don't know how this doesn't haunt you and haunt your dreams.
By you, she means them.
Am I so unusual?
Seattle police officers,
It's a necessity.
the subject of Stacy Sanner's portraits.
And I'm asking them to reach down deep. What are some of the worst things you've seen?
I've looked into the eyes of the dead, only to see my own reflection.
Sergeant Cindy Grenard, the things they've seen, the people they've touched can be very painful.
Why this portrait project? Short answer,
I think it's important.
That hasn't been color corrected.
it's for a book.
Honestly, once I got the idea, I couldn't let it go.
Why now?
Officer Gene Schubeck was very close with Officer Brenton.
Short answer,
I work with Tim.
because of what happened
My heart broke.
then.
When Officer Brenton was shot and killed October 31st,
Officer Tim Brent's situation was quite unique, just in the way, the manner that how he was murdered.
we were all horrified that an officer was assassinated just because he was an officer.
You know, he's just a great person.
To have 4 more officers killed within a month's time, all of that together was too much.
I've looked into the eyes of dangerous and angry people.
It was an attack on the police department, but it was an attack on all of us.
And so this idea became real, became this.
It's their stories, and it's my thank you.
She shoots the portraits,
It gives a face to the entire department.
tells their stories,
A lot of these officers are very guarded.
asks questions.
What initially drew you to police work? So now what's going through your mind? Tell me about the danger for a patrol
Did you
ever have to fire your weapon? Explain that.
Most officers would have done what I did.
These are stories they had not told in years, maybe ever.
He wanted to know what street I lived on because he was going to come and super glue my eyes closed before he killed me.
Images that haunt them.
Victim came exiting out of the door,
He brought the shotgun up, pointed it at me,
partially on fire.
keyed my mic, taking a breath, going,
Coming out of the house carrying the baby.
Shots were being fired and they were pretty much shooting at us.
and I looked up and I saw the shotgun pointing at me. I actually turned my head away.
I was informed that he probably would not make it through the night.
I think it creates a more complete picture.
Police officers, are,
Average, normal people like anybody else.
have feelings and families and
We have stories to tell also.
We have the same tragedies that everybody else has.
And we're not perfect.
I'm thanking them. I mean, truly, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I am thanking them for what they do.
Stacy Sanner wants us to see with fresh eyes what she has seen in the last year,
So I don't see how you cannot thank them.
to show these eyes that have seen so much, too much.
we're usually the first ones to respond and we are the last ones to leave.
John Sharify, King 5 News.
Perfect.